back to Bryce Tinley Music. Okay guys, today's the big one. Today we're learning about the CAGED system. Okay, now, the CAGED system I found online is always really difficult to understand for some reason. However, it's actually a super easy concept. It just takes time to practice. It's one of those ones similar to the bar chord where you just have to practice it 100 times, okay? But the concept itself is super easy. All it is the chords C, A, G, E, and D placed in different places all over the guitar, okay? I'll get more into it in a second, but if you don't know all the notes on the top 2 strings, you can't go through and use the musical alphabet and find them all, or you don't at least have an idea where they all are, pause the video, go back to the first one and just relearn it, okay? Because it's super important that you know this. As well as if you have trouble doing a power chord, I should say bar chord, if you're having trouble doing a bar chord, you can't quite get that finger placement, I suggest that you go back and just keep practicing, whether it's a few days where you just practice, your bar chord. It is what it is, but you can still watch the video, you just won't be able to do it as efficiently, okay? But without further ado, let's just get into this CAGED system, okay? So I'm going to have this here the whole time. Now, what you need to remember is the word CAGED, okay? The reason you need to learn this is because this is the way the chords connect to each other throughout the neck. This is the shapes you're going to use across the neck. What I mean is, if I make a C chord, we know this is a C shape at the top of the neck, okay? If we make an A chord, we know our A chord, we know that is the shape we make at the top of the neck. G chord, same thing. Make this shape down here, okay? Make an E major, and these are all major chords, okay? And then D. We know all these shapes, which is great, because it means we can now apply all these shapes all across the neck. So let me give you the example. I'm going to start with the C chord, right here, the C chord. Fantastic, this is a C major. Now, I look at my word CAGED, the next letter in it is A, okay? So, here's C. Well, I know that this note here is a C note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bar it, make an A shape. That is also a C chord. And it's in this shape. All I've done is I use my finger as if I was cutting off the top of the neck and I make an A shape. Just imagine the neck shorter. This is now a C. Right. Okay. Well, I'm just kind of getting it, but look at this next letter, G. Alright, well, I know this is my C shape, and now I know this is my A. This is an A shape. So, you want me to make the G shape. Okay, well, I go to my top string, and I find the C note, which I know is here. Okay, well, I'm just going to make a G shape. Wait a minute, so this G shape is the same note as this, and the same note as this. Same chord, right? Just in a different place. Okay, well, looking at my word CAGED, by logic, the next shape I'm going to do is E. Next shape is going to be E. Well, here's my G shape. This is still the C note I'm going to do it off. I'm going to make the E shape. E bar chord right there. Over a C makes it a C bar chord, C major bar chord. There's my G, there's my E. So these are all the same notes, same chords. Last note, the last letter of the word CAGED is D. Well, that's the shape right there. Now the D is the hardest note to find in the CAGED system that is the hardest chord to find, the shape, because the way I find it is when you start with your C, when you start with the letter C, your pointer finger is the root note, is the C for the D shape. See what I mean? So you'd have to make a C shape, get your pointer finger. So if I made the C shape here, which is just a couple of octaves above this, there's my D shape. Okay, I'm going to go through it again. The word caged. C, A, G, E, D. All the same chord, but played all over the neck. It's brilliant, right? The reason you learn the CAGED system is so that it helps you with soloing, it helps you with making guitar sound more interesting, so you can play like a G, C, D pattern. But now you can start going like G here, then C here, and back to D. Just adds a little bit of variety into your guitar playing. As well as if you were dropping solos and you needed to then catch up to the chorus because the chorus is about to start, well, there's always going to be whatever chord you need close. So if I was soloing up on the E pentatonic, which you'll learn about later, and I need to quickly get to a G chord, so I'm soloing, and I need to quickly get to a G, I can go to here, which is a G shape, which is a G chord. Okay? Now, getting a bit more in depth with it, we know if we start at C notes, this is all these chords are going to be in C. The same thing works for all the other notes. You just start in a different place of the word. It's the same as a musical alphabet. It always just loops back around on itself. You just start in a different spot. So if we're doing it on A, so here's our A, well we know this is our A. The next letter then is G. So you skip, you don't make a C shape, you go straight to the G. So here's your A. We know that the 5th fret on the E string is an A note. Okay? Because, musical alphabet. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Okay? So, make a G shape. Now that is an A chord. It's the same as this. There you go. Well, next thing is an E. Here we go, we know that it's on top of here. That's our A chord, our A note. So we can make our A chord. Just the bar chord, right? And then we make our D. I find my C first, because the D is always hard to find until you get a good memory. And I know that my pointer finger then becomes the D shape. Okay? What I recommend you do is go through the letters every day. Start on G. Alright, well there's my G. Next shape is my E major shape. The next shape is my D shape. So I'm going to find my C first. Oh, well in that case there's my D shape. So I'm going to go here, here, here. My D shape. I know that this here is a G note, because of the musical alphabet. I only need to know the top 2 strings. Here's my G. Make that C shape on it. Beautiful. I have my pinky and you don't need to, but I like the sound of it. That's a G note as well. Next, the A. That's also a G chord. Then it just goes back to loops and loops and loops and loops and loops. Good thing to remember, all the E shapes are going to be rooted on the E string, all the A shapes are going to be rooted on the A string, okay? Same as the C shapes, all the C shapes are on the A string, and all your D shapes will be rooted on the B string. But that will come, again, I just use the C, I cheat a little bit, okay? But that is more or less the CAGED system, okay? I'm hoping this was clear, but all it is in the most basic terms is it's the C, it's the actual shapes of these chords, C, A, G, E, D, all in the major, placed on different placed on different parts of the neck where the note is. So you find the note, make the shape according to where it is in the caged word, and then you make the shape. That is basically it. If it's a little confusing, you'll have to forgive me, but I hope that the examples will help you through, just by writing down the word caged and going through on your guitar. Okay? Well, that's all from me for today. This is probably the highlight of all the chords that I'll be teaching. Next, we'll be moving on to solos and scales, and then little tricks to help you solo quicker to make you actually sound good, so you're not just doing scales all the time, you're actually doing solo tips. If you want any more advice or you need questions answered, put them in the comments below, and I'll try to get to them. If not, I can do a follow-up video if that's what the people want. If not, we're all good. But until the next video, have a good day and keep practicing.